Hey everybody, welcome back. In this episode, we're going to keep going on putting our mystical agriculture farm. But I did come home to a spider in here, and I keep forgetting that I have the night vision goggles on. So this was dark as hell. So I threw a feral flare lantern down underneath our system here, and it's slowly but surely lighting up the place. So shouldn't have any more surprises coming back. It should be able to take care of this whole area. But yeah, so I'm going to turn that off because it basically, tanks the frames for some reason. But so we finished over here. I got all of the ores that were available to that digital miner. I moved it back over to our base because we didn't actually mine anything over here. And we have another over 30,000 ores coming back in. So, and then I realized as I was looking at what we had for ores and things like that, that we didn't have any more aluminium. And I was like, what the heck's going on? I remember us adding the lens for the diamond to increase the diamond availability. But that was still being powered by the dimension cell. So it wasn't doing anything. Basically, it was shut down. So I spun it back up, put a point on it. Now we're starting to get the aluminium back in it. But look at the ore we are getting for the other stuff. 271 on obtanium, 238 vibranium. So pretty crazy. These two ore lasers are just kicking ass, basically. And we got a bunch more diamonds. Oh, not raw diamond. 391. And we've also got the essence going. And so we were basically able to keep up with diamonds. And then we've also got the ore that's coming in as well. And that was 14, I think. It got us 24. So that's helpful. And basically, that gives us more time moving forward. And then the other thing I wanted to do, if we go over to home, I cleared out this space so I could further cover this in growth accelerators. So there's it requires diamonds for that, and I'm not sure, but you get 3 at a time, and so I'm not sure how many we can actually make. But I also want to make more seeds and get some of those other things going in our system. So I also filled out the rest of these with 64s. And so the first 2 are full, but these 6 are pretty much empty. Right? That's full, that's full. So we just started to touch on this one. And then all these are empty. And of course we can add a drive with those. Making those drives, from what we have now, it's pretty standard. I could probably do 2, maybe 3. All right, so I'm missing glass. So I could do 2 without anything, and then I could go get glass. But so glass is something that we've always, not always, but we're missing. And I think what I'm going to do with that is the material, the stoneworks, which we have back over here. I'll remember to start using that eventually. All right. So let's put that there. We'll stick that on there so we know that's the center. Now I've got power coming in here in this wall to power these. But I kind of want to keep things a little separated. And so I think basically I really don't. Oh, actually, that's going to be... Well, no. I'll put it behind it. All right. So what I'd like to do here is our universal cable for mechanism. You know what? Actually, we can start to make those recipes. So, and relatively speaking, these are cheap to make. So, this is full. I'm surprised. The netherite, so ridiculous. Four blocks of netherite. Which, you know, probably could grab. Because I have the seed. Wow. I have more than I thought. All right. So that still leaves us 50, 50 ingots. So I guess maybe that wouldn't be that hard. To upgrade it. So maybe what I'll do, since there isn't anything in this one. There we go. Now we'll have that netherite. Okay. That's pretty cool. I didn't think we were that close to having that. I forgot we had that essence in there. All right, so let's do the growth. All right, so we need a recipe for that growth accelerator. So we'll do that. We'll also do that. And we need the diamond gem. So that'll give us quite a bit more over there. And I don't know exactly how many of those to make. Wait, what? Oh, I made two of the same. Okay. Okay, now we should be able to do it. So 16, it'll make 3. Oh no. So it counts close to singles. All right. That's not bad then. So I think what I'm going to do is just cover the top with one layer. And that way we'll know each layer is 80. So we'll be able to gauge the numbers better. So we'll need 80 plus whatever we don't finish on the top, on the first layer. Now these go up directly, so they don't affect anything that's to the left or the right of them. So in order to get the most bang for your buck out of these, you need to be like going down, pillaring down, in order to have the most for each, and that's per seed, right? So whatever was up here, this seed, it would be affected by one of them. But if you put 8 down here, that seed would be hyper. It would get 8 times this growth accelerator. All right, and so we need 2. So we need 8 here, and then 80. So we need 88. Oops. All right. Back over here. Bada bing, bada boom. Oh, I need more. I didn't count very well. Okay, and then, so the 3, 4, 5, that one. So if we go up in the center, we get a water block for the, what do you call it? Where the harvester sits. And so, all right, so we're missing 3 there. Well, that's it. 3? Okay. So there's no sense in putting one underneath it since it goes directly above, and there's no plants there. There's no seeds there. So there's kind of no point in putting it there. So that's why we get 80 and not 81. There we go. So now we have 2 layers for each, for all the seeds, and we can just go ahead and get rid of these wheats. Yeah, this is going to be just strictly mystical agriculture from now on. We have plenty of wheat and plenty of wheat seeds. Okay, so what we need to do is, I was going to do 2 things. One, let's put that down so I know that I want to do that. Then the other is extractor. Make some drips. All right, so a fluid drawer. Okay. I want to do this. Where do I want to do this? Where do I want to do this? How about right here? So if we put that there, and then dripstone, and then extractor, and our fluid drawer. Lava dripstone block. Let's see if we just need to prime it. Okay, what am I missing? Because this is supposed to be quick. Half a second. Lava dripstone block. Extractor. Okay, so that the way that the outside of that looked, it looked like there had to be, it's open. Guess let's try it this way. Wonder if it's a problem with the drawers. It doesn't like the drawers. Are we out of lava? Oh, it's 3. Okay. Let's try this 2 different ways. So let's try a tank from mechanism. Okay, let's try a basic tank. Because those are dead simple and cheap to make. And let's see if it goes there. Huh. Okay, so the recipe does not work. got to be something we're missing here. What is it? Orientation. I'm not understanding why this is the way it is. So it's got to be the green is the lava. This is the dripstone block, and then this is the extractor, right? So why put the other ones there? Okay. Not sure. Not sure at all. I guess we'll come back to that later. I thought I had a better way of doing lava generation, because that's quick, right? All right, let's get our oh geez. Okay, so I can't even get that back out of the drawer. Okay, so all right, so I have that. All right. Oh, I need another flux point. Oh, so this is what I need to do. Boom. We already have the redstone, so we make that, and we probably need Eyes of Ender as a recipe. No, I wanted that here. There we go. Okay. Now, this needs to be set up. So I want to do cobblestone and then crush. So the first one is going to crush. The next one smelt. That one disabled. Disabled. So yellow, we want to push to the top. And let's just see. All right, so this needs to be crush and then smelt. And yellow. Crush. Crush, crush. Smelt. Okay. So now we need red to push up. Perfect. Now we're generating glass. And we can get an ender chest there. And start to pull that glass in. Sweet. And so, of course, different than before, that is generating cobblestone, so the lava and the water don't get used up. So this is a much better use for this than the rest, right? And we can close this off. It's ready for prime time to move some more devices in here. Sweet. Absolutely perfect. I don't know what I'm going to do with that lava issue there. Let's see if we can use a fluid pipe to pull. Yeah, okay. So that at least gets it out of there. There we go. So we've retrieved our our materials back. All right. So we need, let's see. Almost there. Almost there to our to getting our seed back that I screwed up and dropped. So we need one more of those. So that means we need 7 of these. So that's 28 more Certus. Not too bad. Or actually 25 because we have 3 left. So, all right. That means that we have a little bit more time. All right. Oh, fair lantern. So I think we're good on achievements. Let's see. Let's start making some more seeds. And I think in order to do that, I want to bring this over here. All right, and we are going to set this right in the middle. Perfect. So that makes it a little easier to create some seeds now, right? So what else could we need? So let's do some dye seeds. Some dye agglomeratio. Um, pink. Okay, there's our agglomeratio. We need prudentium. Okay. And we'll put that there. Okay. So the way the dyes work is they're like the tree essence. So they move with the different shapes dictate what dye, right? So if we look at, say, gray, it's diagonal like this, right? If we look at orange, it's this. So each one, I could create a recipe for each dye, but really don't need to. You know, once we get enough of the dye essence, we'll be able to make whatever we need on demand. And there's not a whole lot of a call for that, but that's why I'm only making one seed. What else could we actually use? We have 4 diamond seeds already. Gold, we're pretty stacked on. Let's see. We're getting iron from the iron farm, the Easy Villagers iron farm. We have diamonds. Can't think of what else we use. We could do copper. Copper seeds. Copper seeds. Okay, so that's tertium. I forgot my essences. All right. There we go. There. All right. So what can we do to try and get... Oh, I know what I wanted. Acacia. We ran out of acacia in our latex factory here. So, there we go. You know, the other thing too, like I think we've got enough plastic. Okay, so it's filling. I had to double check there for a minute. So it's filling the dissolution chamber first, and then it'll fill the tank. So that's what we want. We need to get a couple of speed upgrades in there. I would actually like to be able to put a crafter on that and do some autocrafts with it, but I'm not sure how well that's going to work yet. There we go. So that'll give us even more plastic. And I think we already had like 600. All right, just a little less than 600. So we're putting ourselves over the limit there, over the top there. What else can we use? Oop, I don't need trash can. I'm looking for that. Let's make each one of those upgrades. Okay. Okay, why didn't you recognize the gold upgrade? All right. Well, I thought we were going to get those achievements unlocked, but apparently there's something else glitched there. Let's go ahead and restock our gold. We don't have very much gold left in ingot form anyway. All right, so that's good there. We're good with iron. A little over 400, almost 400 diamond. Our caps are pretty decent. Let's make. Oh, we don't have an induction smelter. In industrial, I don't think there's one either. All right, so let's get these out. And let's see if this works. Okay, so 3 will give us 4. It's not quite double, but to be honest, we have more than we'll ever need already. Plus we're getting more. There we go. So that'll take care of that. And then what other raw stuff do we need to beef up on? Some more copper. Almost forgot the aluminium. I think for the reason these are kind of hanging up is the pipes. It's only transferring 4 every second. So we need to do some pipe upgrades for that. And I don't think we'll need much more than those. So just shift right click them in there. Yeah, that should keep up. So that's 16 items every, so it's 32 items a second. So, I mean, we could go to the diamond level up, but there's really kind of no point to it. Okay. Where are we at with time? A little more time left. Not much, but we didn't do a whole lot today. I don't understand what's wrong with the lava here. Is it not dripstone block? Is it a different type of dripstone? No, dripstone block. No, it's stacked like the other one did. No, that's not the issue either. I've used these a lot, and I'm not understanding. Wonder how much this would. Wonder how much that would generate. So fluid or base. right, so we need more gears. Pity machine frames. Another brick. Iron. What else are we missing? Our plastic. All right. So we'll lock that in. We'll fill it up. And I forgot the waystone again. All right. Laser drills. All right, so we'll save that for next week or next time, and we'll see how much lava we can generate using the fluid laser drill or the fluid laser base. I've never messed with that. I don't know exactly how quick or how much of it you get, whether it's enough to keep up. But more lava sources certainly couldn't hurt, at least until we get into the reactors, which may be sooner than later. The power reactors. But yeah, so if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time.